So it seems like in society today, more often people care about themselves and maybe a few other people in their little microcosm. And that's something that is just becoming expanded, expanded in the sense that there's all these little microcosms of people that don't look at the big picture. Okay? What's important is that all of our survival in in the United States and beyond revolves around each other. Okay? It's not just something I'm making up, and it's something that you may not get it until especially until you have people die around you, people that you love, and you get enough people, and the switch gets flipped, and the realization that being a consumer and things like the American dream is a lie, and you realize it's a lie, you guys, and the political ideologies, it's all a lie. It is. And when you understand how it's all constructed, then you can get angry because you realize you've been fooled. The American dream is based off a consumer-driven society that was. See, this is the thing. I haven't even begun to get into this because it's very in depth. The beginning of the 1900s, consumer-based society was created. It didn't just happen, okay? It was created, and it was created for control. People running the show, I'm not making this up, people running the show figured out that they can control the public if they can convince them to buy things they didn't need. This is the truth. So, more and more things were created based off research, based off focus groups to see like what grabbed people's desires. This is the big picture, man. I'm not making this up. Okay? There's a documentary that goes into this in detail called Century of the Self. I can link it below. Just watch it. Your mind will be blown if you listen to it closely and watch it closely and look at some of the people that are in that. If you don't know who Sigmund Freud is, if you don't know who Anne Freud, Bernays, and their influence on the government and the structure in the early 1900s, the American dream is a lie, you guys. Don't even think it's not. Debt is something you should be staying away from. Things like your credit score, debt, having the American dream is only to get you in debt, man. Only to get you in debt and to buy shit you don't need. Now we're going to get into the other part of this, which I already started with, but you have to understand people welfare. Now, I'm not talking about welfare, the government welfare. I'm talking about people's welfare. There should be nobody in this country hurting and having a tough time survival. I mean, a lot of you listening to this, like myself, might not have kids. You might, You might just have to take care of yourself, and you may not even have your own apartment. Maybe you just have to take care of your cat. I don't know, or your dog. You just shove some cereal in your mouth, go out the door, do what you're going to do, come home, watch TV, have a plate of spaghetti, go to sleep. I don't know. I don't know what you do. You better damn well understand there's millions of people out there that have a fucking hard time, man. And they've had a hard time because their lives were forced for decades. Their families, forced to live in poverty. Okay, you guys got to look at the big picture, man. We got it. We got it easy right now compared to, say, the 1800s. And I'm not talking about the privileged white man back then, which their life wasn't easy. But you got to understand, if you weren't a white family back then, you were in a shitload of fucking, your world was hell. Okay, you guys gotta fucking remember this shit. Okay, you have African Americans, you have Mexicans, you have Chinese folks, you have Japanese, you have American Indians, and everybody else. Okay, living in the United States in the fucking 1800s, 1700s, 1900s, their life was in a world of shit. They didn't have shit, man. And who controlled that? Guess what? The fucking white man. And don't think twice that that's not true, man. So now look where we're at. Look where we're at now. You want to fucking talk about the American dream, okay? Fuck the American dream. That's a fucking lie. I hope I just convinced you of that, if you don't realize it. Okay, so we got to get back. We got to get back to when you see somebody down and out, you better damn well smile at them, at least, say hi. There's a homeless guy up the street, and I had an extra $5 in my wallet. I gave it to him, man. You know what? He looked at me and he was like, "Oh, thank you." It was like, and I literally like started welling up. I was like, "Oh my gosh," I don't even want to. I wouldn't be surprised if he is a veteran. Where he got also screwed by the whole Vietnam thing, alright? So you gotta look at this shit realistically, man. It's not just about you. It's not just about me, That's why when somebody like Andrew Yang comes around, and says like, look, this needs to happen for the fucking welfare of the country, You don't go into conspiracy theories and shit like that. Just go like, yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Or socialism or whatever. You're just putting a fucking word on it. Good. Put a fucking word on it. It doesn't matter, man. And, I am a hard ass when it comes to this because I can see it in a real perspective. You can't just look at fucking, 2019 life, right now. How did we get to where we're at now, and what's really going on now? I just heard, I listened to Coast to Coast, and last night a guy called in from Alabama, and he delivers batteries, and he's a trucker, and he delivers batteries to somewhere in Mississippi, and he said that he's losing his job, and 300 other truck drivers are losing their job that work for the trucking business. It's not a joke, I mean, something's got to change, and it's not about taking sides, either. You start taking sides, we're going to end up with fucking Joe Biden, and it's going to be like, oh, great, the same fucking shit. you know. Um, we may end up with Joe Biden anyway, but at least people get fucking knowledgeable, you know, care about your neighbor and the people around you, you know, realizing it's like, don't judge them for what they look like, for, you know, understand that they fucking go through the same pain, the same sadness, the same, you know, the same depression, the same happiness, you know. Sometimes just a smile, man, will do them fucking just a world of good, just like it'll do me good, you know. So anyway, um, much love. I just needed to get some of that stuff out, and hope you guys are having a good day. And we'll talk later. Bye.